Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today for our regular Sunday service. I'm Edna Sensei. I'll be conducting it this morning. Please join me in prayer. Yeah. Mediation prayer. Let us seek the secret mediation of Yano Konko sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation with all our heart and soul on this day, this very moment. Yano Konko Daishin-sama, Yano Konko Daishin-sama, Yano Konko Daishin-sama, Yano Konko Daishin-sama. Purification prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parents. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of our divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and differences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth. Time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is a light that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that delivers all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenshi Kami no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many not knowing the way are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes. Great is Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko suffered many trials in this world, but held fast of faith and sincerity. Received Kami's great blessing, and began a life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray, the divine parent's great wish was fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. By day he taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth, and he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieved, seeking salvation for all who suffered, and heeded not the dawning of day. The years passed and the world changed. He did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Jikakitsuke, the guide and principle of our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Yano Konko Daishin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way. Through all our hardships of this world, pain of body and soul, the way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For being unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Let us live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in need and invite them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us, we are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. Recitation of Tenji Kakitsuke.
祈願今後大臣天地神
金の神一心に願え、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Yano Konko daiji tenchi kane no kami shishi ni negae, okage wa waga kokoro ni ari, kongetsu konnichi de tanomi. Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Dear Kiyami Konko Daijin-sama and Infinite Life Force, Tenchi Kane no Kami-sama. Thank you so much for allowing all of us to be here this morning. You have blessed us in every aspect of our lives. You give us grace more than we realize. We apologize for any thoughts, words, or acts of irreverence we may be committing knowingly or unknowingly to ourselves, others, and even to you. Purify our hearts to be in line with yours. Today is not an ordinary day. Today is a very special day, because there will never be another day as unique as this one. So we take this very brief moment of our Sunday morning to say thank you. Thank you for allowing all the Konko churches on Oahu to hold their Gotaisai safely this month. We give thanks to the current sixth spiritual head, the Reverend Hiromichi Konko, who serves at the Konkoku headquarters daily and prays for the well-being of all people. We give thanks to the Mitawa no Kami-sama of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, who has established this church in 1940. Her determined will and dedication to Kami-sama has created ripples, which extend to this day for 82 years. Her spirit continues to perform goyo for this church. We pray that the current resident ministers and church followers will be able to continue the legacy of this church for generations to come. As we begin this brand new day and brand new week, let our hearts be positive. May your good energy flow throughout our veins and heal us from the atomic level of our existence. At this time, let's take a moment to reflect upon the many blessings we receive and extend a deep prayer for the people in our lives who may be experiencing hardships and the various parts of the world that are experiencing suffering. We pray that even one more person out there can become aware of your true nature. Thank you. Silent prayer. Adoration, prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe to heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe to heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep, making us such gifts of Kami's great giving. How happy and grateful we are. The illumination of Yano Konko Daishin does not stop for us simply. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limits through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous, beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and fervently, we praise the virtues of Kami and we honor the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, day 29. Aoni matsureba ten takaku. Aoni matsureba ten takaku. Orogami matsureba chiwa asushi kami の恵みに生かさる海の幸いぞありがたき我が生きらみの本取りすぎひとひもかくる時のなく天使の神の御守りときかきの隔てなしか慈しみはよろずよにあまねく満ちて果てしなく計らいはくすしくて人の思いぞ及ばざる我ら今月今日いやび祭りてひたすらに神の御影をたたえますらん神の比例を仰ぎますらん一度限りMitama prayer page 12. Spirits of those who have gone before us, you are the big and beautiful light in this vast and endless universe. You discharge their duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will remember but eternally. Your life you know from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our families. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daiji, respecting the will of the divine parent. You have passed great merit through your faith to take in the Wahiawa and give to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, and judge us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we may be down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our home. Protect us, guide us, and judge us. Dear Mitama spirits of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirits of the native Hawaiians, and beloved house pets that have passed. Thank you so much for allowing us to be here this morning. We are gathered here today at this regular Sunday service in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you. Although your spiritual form is no longer here with us, we know that your energy still surrounds us. You watch over us, protecting, guiding, and supporting us. We will always remember the way you made us feel, whether it was your kindness, generosity, and warm smile. The feelings you left us were the greatest gift of all. In both big ways and small, you have touched our hearts, and so we would like to honor your divine spirit and pray for your eternal happiness and peace. As we begin our brand new day and week, please continue to guide us. You are in our hearts always, and we want to thank you again very much for all that you do. Let us take a moment of silence to think about the people in our lives who have passed and extend a deep prayer of gratitude. Silent prayer. 当選3時ペイ36世々の矢は我が家の神我が神と心尽くしていつき祭らな心尽くしていつき祭らなと君よ矢の神たちよ海の子のために家の柱を沈め立てたまい初子のために世のなりわいを守り助けたまい隠り世の見えぬ境にましませども見尽くしみの御心はうつし世に変わらせたまわずさきみたまのまさきくさきはえたまいくしみたまのくしびにめぐみたまいて志は薪の柱の動きなくなりわいは結ぶすなめのゆるぎなく真心清らに励み努めしめたまいうからやからやわらぎあいて日にけにうらやすく楽しましめたまいついにうつし世のことを得て神の帝に参らん時には必ずしも迎え取りたまい慈しみをこらしめたまわものと神の実りの絶えなるおかしこみかたじけなみみよやの恵みのおぼろげならぬおうれしみ喜び申すことを御心もすずやかに引きこしめしたまえと申す穴くしびのみおやの御霊穴くしびのみおやの御霊穴とおとのみおやの神穴とおとのみおやの神白愛霊 everyone. Let's read the Konko Faith Our Creed, page 73. We believe in Tenshi Kami no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder Konko Daiji embraced Kami revelations and as divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami. Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity towards spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today for our extraordinary Sunday service. So there seemed to be an error in the Gotai side. Well, some people thought it was at 6:30 because the KMH calendar on the website for KMH remained 6:30. It wasn't edited to 6 o'clock. So from last April, we have made it at 6 o'clock. But it wasn't changed, and so people relied on that calendar, and some people were late. So our Gotai side ended up being a little bit later than usual, but it's okay. I think it was conducted safely, and the people that really intended to be here was able to be here safely. So that is a great study. I want to give thanks to each and every one of you for being able to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey David, welcome back from work. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, okay. So when something has been the same for such a long time, because our Gotai Sai was at 6 o'clock all the time on the 13th of April and 13th of October. So it's hardwired into our neurons, right? So if it changes, then our brain is going to be like, wait, what? And then it's going to get mixed up. So it's going to take some time, I think, to readjust. Even for me, like part of me was still used to that 6:30. So I was taking a shower and I was like, oh yeah, I still have 30 more minutes. Wait, no, I don't. I don't have 30 more minutes. I gotta hurry up. I was like, kind of panicking myself the other day. So it's difficult to rewire our neurons to a different time. Right? So we apologize that the KMH calendar caused this mix-up, some people, and the mix-up happened. Nonetheless, yeah, we're thankful for the people that were able to come. I think we had a good turnout of people that evening, and considering the pandemic is still kind of lingering, I think it's going to linger for a very long time. Anyways, I'm glad people made it out. So this year was the 45th year since my parents came from Japan at the age of 26 years old, very young. Can you imagine 26-year-old? I'm really thankful for like the older members like Suwa-san, how patient they were, and they still continue to come, regardless of how naive they must have been at that age. But hontoni, the faith, they continue this. So we want to thank all of you. So after the Gotai Sai was over, I was telling my parents, wow, 今年もようできさせてもらったね. I'm really glad that we're able to conduct another Gotai Sai this year. They're not getting younger, but somehow, some way, we're able to have this. They were healthy, we were healthy, everyone was healthy to be able to. So that's a really great okage, and it's not atarimai. It's something that we shouldn't be taking for granted. So everyone that comes here helps to add energy to this Shirman, So I want to thank each and every one of you for coming in person. Some people think it doesn't matter if you go to church or not.
And because Kami-sama is everywhere, so they think that, oh, I just practice faith at home, or like, I just practice faith in my daily life and it'll be okay, I don't even have to go to church. But each individual is like a power ball, a ball of energy. And when you come here, you bring that energy to the worship hall and you re-energize the Hiruma. You add energy to our altar, to the church. And you also add energy to the other people that come here. We receive energy when you come. By being here in person, it means you put in that much more effort to come here, to be here, right? So you have to wake up a little bit more early instead of sleeping. You have to eat breakfast, dress up, use your gasoline to travel all the way over here. And from that time you wake up, and even that mindset, like, oh, I'm going to go to church tomorrow morning. With that mindset, you are already in the worship mindset. That's your that's part of your worship already, from that mindset. So from the time you wake up to the time you go back home from church, that all that time counts as your worship time. It doesn't start at the entryway of that church, at the door. So the founder, Konko Daji, he was a very intuitive man. He's so intuitive. So when people come to the Hirumai, he already knew what kind of conversation people were having on their way to the Hirumai. Isn't that amazing? It's like he was psychic. He knew. He would know if you would come talking stink about somebody, having that deceitful thought, having that, oh, now why do I have to go there? Such a waste of time, waste of money. Konko Daji already knew before you even walked into the steps of the door. So that's why he said it straight to their faces. Konko Daji was not afraid to tell you right in your face. It seems like you had a very lively conversation today. Next time, think of better things along your way. So I was like, I love that teaching. Like, dang, he knew. He also told his followers not to lose the blessings on your way home. You come here, you receive okage. You bring okage, you take home okage. And on your way home, some people, they lose it. They lose the blessings, By that, he meant not talking stink about somebody or something on your way back home. Continue to have that arigatai, grateful, gratitude, At times, the founder would tell people, you need not come to this Hirumai so often. After worshiping, if you think about how much money you spent or what you could have done with the money you spent, it will worry Kami-sama. Kami is the parent of all human beings. Kami will worry if the child worries. Instead of using money to come here, practice true faith at home, and you will be protected by Kami. Gorikai tsuga wa haru wo ten dashi. Now this teaching gets easily misunderstood. And people think, oh, okay, I want to go to church then. Yeah, I just do whatever. But practicing a conscientious faith is too hard, even for somebody who has been practicing faith for several years. Going to church for 10 years is different from practicing the faith for 10 years. Yeah, you can come here 10 years, 20 years, but you just read the teaching and you're not even practicing it in your daily life, then you haven't been practicing the faith. So your faith level will not increase. If you come 10 years and you've been practicing it for 10 years, you're probably going to be like a guru by the time you're 40 or 50 years. So knowing the teaching is different from practicing it in your daily life. Our whole day, from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed, is your opportunity to put faith into practice. Your interactions with your family members, your peers, your co-workers, your neighbors, what you do, what you say, all of these are opportunities for you to practice your faith. You put your faith into your daily practice. When you eat food, when you drive your car, when you go to the bathroom, when you take a shower, these are, again, all the time you can put faith into practice. How you use the water, are you wasteful? Do you just toss your food, or you just say, oh, gomen nasai, and then toss your food? That's already faith. You could put your faith into practice in so many ways. Our faith and our relationship with Kami-sama has to be growing year by year. It shouldn't be going backwards. We shouldn't be backsliding down the hill, If our faith is really going up, Don't let it slide back down. Continue to go up. Perseverance is the key, very continuing. So we must think faith to become faith. I learned something great from a Winter Olympic medalist during an oncology conference I attended earlier this year. The speaker said she practiced thinking now of the perfect mogul run. She was an Olympic mogulist. So she practiced thinking of the perfect run in her head over and over and over. A perfect, from beginning to end, a perfect run. And she practiced this all day, all night, many hours, many days. She said, when you can practice the perfect run in your head, you can achieve the perfect run when you are really in action. The more thought you put into something, the better you will become at it, right? It takes time for new neurons to form. It takes time for new habits to become regular practice. But with the practice, anything can be achieved. I watched a series on Netflix, and there was a professional boxer. And she said, anyone can become a professional boxer. Even me, even Okasan can become a professional boxer. She said, it just takes practice. In practicing faith, be in love with Kami-sama. Be in love with Konko Daijin-sama. Think about Kami-sama, Konko Daijin all day, all night. You know, when you first fall in love, do you remember the time you first fell in love with somebody? You think about that person all day, all night. When I fell in love with Clayton, I was like, I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder what would make him happy. I wonder what I should cook for him to make him happy. What does he like? And then I was like, you're thinking about him all day, all night. And I remember often back in the days when we would simultext. Do you ever simultext? It's amazing. It's like the exact time you text your husband or Clayton, he texts you back at the same exact time. So, you know, that's because you are thinking of each other at the same exact time. It's amazing, right? With that kind of sincerity, your love for each other will grow. And so think of Kami-sama, Konko Daijin all the time in that manner. Appreciate Kami-sama, do something for Kami-sama, try to make Kami-sama happy, and be in that, what would Konko Daijin do in this situation? What can I do for Konko Daijin? Because Kami-sama thinks of us all the time. It's one-sided. A lot of times it's one-sided. It's us that doesn't think about Kami-sama all the time. You know, Kami-sama always thinking about us. But we got to think about Kami-sama in this manner. If you also think about Kami-sama, just like the simultext I mentioned earlier, you know, you and Kami-sama will be on the same page, and you will be able to realize your blessings to a greater extent. And as my mom would always say Konko-sama, always be connected. Konko-sama connects you to the pipe. Konko Daijin. Konko Daijin connects you to the pipeline of the blessings from the universe. Tenchi, kind of. So I hope you can all continue to practice faith in your daily life. Thank you again for being here today. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this service. As I listened to Edna Sensei's speech, I remember I thought about, about Maslow's law of hierarchy. As your basic needs should be fulfilled to actualize oneself. And I believe the top of the hierarchy is self-actualization. So when I see Edna Sensei's speech, I feel my actualization has been actualized by of my children. It's so great. Anyway, I just spent 45 years in Hawaii. 45, so maybe too long. I'm not sure. In the 45 years, what I have concluded in my missionary work is we need to be a Konko believer first in space, in the US, in any country. One message I received when I arrived here from other senseis, senior senseis, this is America. It's impossible for children minister to become a Konko minister. I am just the opposite. This is America. We need to keep the language Japanese and keep the religion. This is the most essential part of what we are. It's a well-known theory that invaders trying to get rid of their religion first, and then the language. If they're taking away the belief of religion and language, the identity would be lost. They could be controlled by the authority. So this is America, that's why we need to keep the religion of Konko and language of Japanese. And these are my most important mission in passing on actually. One of the fears I had in the past, not today, is first is my wife. No divorcing. If I divorced, I would have quitted my mission work. I made a promise to her father. But if you divorce your wife, I simply quit to be a Konko minister. And the next fear is children. If they do not accept the Konko Kyo, if they do not inherit the Konko tradition, and they say they refuse to practice faith, if they don't care, I don't care about Konko Kyo, then this could be my failure as a Konko minister. This is the most important aspect I feel I have. I'm so grateful. Three of all the children have succeeded and become Konko minister. It's kind of amazing. In a sense, miracle. So from next generation, I hope they will be able to spread the Konko faith in America better than we had in the past 45 years. This can be a kind of foundation of spreading the Konko faith in America. And I find the validity of the Konko existence in America. If they try to appreciate even a bit of Konko faith, their life could be improved, the society could improve. And actually, our founder said, if there's one believer in our family, the whole family would become Konko believer. If there's one family in the village, this is a village in the family, the whole village could be saved. So if you are a Konko believer in a given situation, at the hospital, at the school, at the client shop, your presence, a Konko believer, can change the whole situation. If the situation becomes worse, it's going to be not ideas. Because with your presence, because our presence in the situation, the whole situation, the community would be improved. This is my understanding. Anyway, I'm so grateful we have been able to survive in the last 45 years. I'm not sure how many years we can keep on going to be in good health. But up until now, we have enjoyed blessing up to this. Thank you very much. Yai Konko Lai Kichi Kai Kamishi Lai Wahiawa Yai Konko Yai Konko Lai Kichi Kai Kamishi Lai Wahiawa Biography. Page 65, student has the number of worshippers. 65.
No?
As the number of worshippers. Wait.
覚えるでしょ、いやいいですか。
どうぞ。
As the number of worshippers increased, Bunji's worship hall could no longer accommodate the number of attendees. In addition, since the hall was also part of his residence, the family was impacted by the loss of space. In January of 1861, Kami requested Bunji remodel the building on the east side of the main house. This structure was originally the temporary house built in 1850. Prior to the construction of Bunji's larger home, the temporary house had been used primarily for storage once Bunji moved into the new house.
Kami gave Bunji the following instructions. Build the east building. Request Kunitaro Endo to do the carpentry work and tell him the days and directions need not be followed during the remodeling project. If he has other, more urgent jobs to do, he is to complete those first. Have him start when he is ready and when all the wood is acquired for construction. The assistants of Kunitaro Endo were to be a roofer, Tamanojo Endo, and a plasterer. Heikichi Sato, who was also the brother-in-law to Yaozo Furukawa.
The numbers Kami gave for the dimensions of the floors, eaves, and pillars were thought to be associated with death and thus something to be avoided. Kami intentionally used these numbers, saying it was not necessary to follow the days and directions or be concerned about unlucky numbers. For Bunji, these instructions were a significant departure from what he had been accustomed to, and some of the nearby villagers began to rumor that nothing good would come from the construction, and that the project could lead to the demise of the family line.
Preparations for the construction project began in early June, and the stone for the foundation was finally laid on July 21st, an exceptionally hot day. Kami told Bunji, "The weather will be more comfortable tomorrow. It will not be so hot. In the afternoon there will be rain. It is said that rain is a good sign for construction. Begin construction on the morning of the 22nd. 7 or 8 workers, including the carpenters, will be enough. If they are not enough, this kami shall lend a hand." Rain in the middle of the construction was said to be a good sign because at the time people regarded rain as an indication of good things pouring in.
As Kami had revealed, the morning of July 22nd was cloudy, ideal for work. All the work was done well, and the framework was completed by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. As the workers finished covering the area inside the framework and surrounding areas, it began to rain with increasing intensity. Those who were slow to get down from the framework got soaking wet. One worker said in relief, "Good thing it didn't rain until we finished the framework. Otherwise, it would have caused a lot of problems. We really worked at the right time." The rain did not continue for long, and the skies were clear once again.
Kami then gave the following instructions about the roof raising ceremony. Make 3 sacred staffs, each having 5 sheets of colored paper. Prepare 3 monetary envelopes. Also provide 1 sack of rice as follows: 15 pounds for the head carpenter and 6 pounds each for Kamari GM, APG. Put each portion into a container with an upright sacred staff. Hold the roof raising ceremony in your worship hall with these 3 people. Customary people hold the ceremony up on the main theme. But my instructions is deemed this unnecessary. The framework may collapse unless the ground is purified. Purify the ground. Doing so will bring future prosperity.
When completed, the new building with a clay tile roof was rectangular with 2 rooms, an earthen floor, 4-foot wide extension attached to the north end, and eaves on both east and west sides. The south roof was about 144 square feet with a closet and an alcove. The north room was about 108 square feet. The rooms were used to meet the needs of both worshippers and English family. A so practical and the host kitchen would be added later for the convenience of someone who came to the worship.
Good morning. おはようございます。Thank you for coming. 歌を歌わせていただきます。We're going to sing 親神のよだしのままに Page 59 新人の道をシャイニーします。よよの親。よろしくお願いいたします。
よだし
With a heart caught up in doubt and worry, I face my life every morning, wanting to shine, but somehow holding back joy and fear, swirling in my heart. Still I know, even one as small as I can run into someday and find a shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. When I'm down and ready to surrender, when times are hard and it seems so dark, just know each day that I'm never on my own gives me strength and courage to try harder. Holding hands with my friends standing by my side, swinging arms together we will walk to the shining, shimmering, brilliant light flowing from a path that never ends. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives. Instead of losing hope or fearing what's ahead, let's keep on moving forward with our heads held high, for we are all living in a world that embraces you and me with its love, supported by the prayers of those who care for us. We're never alone in our lives.
ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。Thank you. See you next time online の方。
天気の助け。いきなり本校大臣天使神の神に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日でともめ。いきなり本校大臣天使神の神に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日でともめ。 ありがとうございました。
Right. Thank you for attending. Announcement: we're going to have a peace prayer, the Hawaii Conference of Religions for Peace prayer at the not the Konko Church. I'm sorry, at the Gedatsu Church of Hawaii. It's in Hawaii Kai. You can log on to Facebook to see the announcement, but it'll be on Sunday, October 23rd at 4 p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. The keynote speaker will be Dr. Malia Dominica Wong from the Dominican Sisters of the Most Holy Rosary and Chaminade University of Honolulu. And the theme is Pieces of Peace. And there'll be various prayers by various churches and dance, music, and video presentations. So we hope you can join. And there'll be a light dinner afterwards. So thank you. Have a good week.